All right, welcome everyone. My name is Kelly Vincent. This is Tina Malsom, and welcome Todd Falcone to this training. So I'm just going to introduce Todd real quick. Todd is somebody who is an expert, an absolute expert in our field of network marketing. He has mastered the communication skills that are required and are necessary to produce results, massive results, continually. And he's done that himself. I always tell people, listen, if you're going to get trained by somebody, make sure it's somebody who has done what you're doing and has succeeded and gotten to the top level of that business. Otherwise, it's really not great training, because Todd knows all the ins and outs and things it takes to get to where everyone here wants to go. And I'm assuming everybody's on here because you want to take your business to the next level. And Todd's going to give us some great info on how to do that, on what to do, how to do it, and how to go about making massive results for you. So with no further ado, Todd, we're grateful that you're on. Thanks for being here. And we'll just hand it over right to you.
Are you sure you trust me with that?
Well, I have control of the mute button, so you have control. You got it handled.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Except I can't really see Kelly. It's like, where's he at? That camo is like he's in disguise. And now you can wear green again. How cool is that?
Love
it. I was just thinking. Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys. And hello, good morning, I think, for most of us, maybe good afternoon for some of you. Great to be here, and wanted to have a straight up conversation with you about what you ought to be doing given what's going on out there in the marketplace. There's no question that, things are a little crazy at the moment, unprecedented, weird, surreal. Like, I don't even know. We could probably use all sorts of words to describe 2020. It'd be nice if there was a reset button. We just press the reset button on 2020 and start all over again. But hey, these are the cards that were dealt, and I think it's important that we understand how to play our hand. So, by the way, before I even get into that, Sherry Bonnet and Tina, congratulations, kick butt enrollments. What's up, girls? Yeah. Everybody give them a round of applause. Like, absolutely crushing it.
The ladies are crushing it this month.
Not sitting on the sidelines, not sitting on the couch. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. I think that's important. So I've been doing an absolute ton of trainings. I've probably done like 40 hours of trainings in the last week. So I literally train all day and then pass out. Like, that's been my days for the last week and a half. And I made a commitment a couple of weeks ago, given what's going on, to make myself available to as many organizations as possible to have discussions with you guys. I've got 30 years of experience in the network marketing profession, and as Kelly mentioned, I've been there, done it. I never wanted to be a speaker or coach. That was never my plan. There's people that want to be speakers and coaches, and they've never made a dime in network marketing, and they're trying to teach people how to make money. And like, how can you even have any kind of empathy or relate to people in the field if you actually never made any money, because you don't even know what it's like? So I spent 15 and a half years full time in the field before I became a speaker. And the only reason I became a speaker is somebody asked me to speak, and I had a company I'd spent 11 years with that unfortunately went out of business. He's like, dude, will you come and talk to my audience? And I was like, yeah, I guess. What do you want me to talk about? And he's like, brother, man, you're like crushing in recruiting and business building. Just talk about how you do it. Because I had never spoken to like an open audience before. So this was never part of the plan, but here I am 15 years later, 30 countries, speak all over the world. Now I just get to speak at home. Looking forward to getting on an airplane again one of these days. But we're dealing with what we're dealing with. So first and foremost, I want to get into this. Like, here's the deal. I mean, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, right? The elephant in the room is, and I'm not, we all know what's happening. I mean, Corona is out there. We're all stuck at home. We're all in this situation. I think there's a huge awakening that's going on right now. There's people right now, like the world, I don't know what's going to happen, but the world's going to be different after this deal, right? And how is it going to be different? I don't know. But it's something. It's definitely going to be a different place than it has been in the past as a result of this. I think companies are going to adapt. I think entrepreneurs adapt during this time frame. In fact, one of the most beautiful things about entrepreneurship is the ability to be resourceful, right? So, if something changes, your ability to quickly adapt and change to whatever market conditions or situations that occur. And when I mean awakening, think about how many people that are not involved in network marketing. They've never heard of it. They're not involved, and they're sitting at home right now going, what the hell am I going to do? What am I going to do now? How am I going to earn money? Like, I'm not able to go to work. And especially these people that are literally paycheck to paycheck. I'm sure in many of those instances, there's a tremendous amount of stress and, uncertainty with their future. And they're, if they're religious, or quite literally praying to God, please, bring me something, bring me a light, bring me something, some sign or something. And then if they're not religious, they're just saying, please bring me something. I mean, show me something, right? And I think there's also an awakening inside of network marketing. Like, there's an awakening certainly for people that have been in network marketing and have been dabbling around with it, like a little kitty cat plays with a toy, and they've been there. They show up for events, they show up for Zooms, they show up for whatever, but they never really do anything. And now they're kicking themselves in their rear ends going, why the hell didn't I get busy? Because if I had gotten busy, I'd have been a different position right now. And you can sit there and live in regret, live in the past, but living in regret's not going to serve you. I think the thing that you need to do is go, all right, well, right now I'm going to decide to do things differently. I think all of us that are involved in the network marketing profession have a duty, have a responsibility to do things differently, because we are literally the only viable option for people, for a very big percentage of the population, for them to earn income. Like, think about the gig economy, things like Uber and Lyft and Airbnb, those things that have been relative competitors to network marketing. It's a choice, right? Somebody could decide, I'm just going to go drive my car around an Uber and make some money, versus doing a network marketing business. I mean, I've been to many events in the last, couple of years where they've used the gig economy as that being, essentially a competitor to network marketing, for somebody to go make a couple grand a month. But those people right now can't even, nobody's Ubering. I just talked to my friend this morning who's got, 2 Airbnbs, and she's got like 98% cancellations. And she relies on that income. I'll tell you this really quickly. I have a buddy of mine that I've known for 25 years. He was in my downline years ago. He's been doing residential real estate, actually in Northern California, where you guys were living. And he sent me an email day before yesterday, and he said, hey, how you and the family doing? What's up? Listen, real estate shut down here. I can't do open houses. I can't show homes. Nobody's buying. My only source of income is real estate, because I need to get back involved in network marketing. So, people have been, I've had so many network marketers asking me the question, should I be even talking about business right now? Is this the right time? Is it insensitive to go out there and be talking about network marketing and talking about our business? And I think, honestly, it's insensitive if you don't. I think you're doing the world a disservice. I think because we truly have a viable option. No, it's not an overnight option. People don't just, pop in and they replace their income overnight. But I can guarantee you that you're going to go, if you decide that, it starts with you making a decision right now. You got a choice. Every day we've got choices to do things, right? You can decide to get sucked into the madness and sucked into the news and sucked into your couch and become a literal couch potato. You do actually literally turn into a potato if you lay on the couch for too long. I've seen it happen. I'm not even kidding. You actually turn into a potato, and then people just eat you, and they will be hungry. So, just don't stay on your couch for too, obviously I'm kidding. Somebody's gonna say, really? Do people turn into potatoes? No, they don't. But it's not healthy, obviously, to sit on your couch all day long looking at the news. I think your news feed, for the most part right now, is probably not a healthy place either. You can follow me on Facebook. You're not going to see any negativity on my Facebook page. But, if I scroll through my news feed, it's still just, it's not healthy. And so, as some of you have heard that have seen me train before, this is a mindset game. It is big time a mindset game. How you feel about yourself, your own abilities, how you feel about the profession, how you feel about the products that you're bringing to the marketplace. All of those make an impact on whether or not you're going to go out and do something here and make a difference. And so, we've got, I mean, honestly, like, so we've got this obstacle, right? And obstacles oftentimes are opportunities in disguise. This is an opportunity for you guys to shine. Those of you that have been playing half-assed, those of you that have been not fully showing up, those of you that know you could be doing more, which is most people. I speak in front of audiences all the time, and I'm how many of you think you could be doing more than you're currently doing? That you're capable of doing more? Like the whole room, even the leaders raise their hands. We'll start doing more. The world needs you. First and foremost, your family needs you. Your family needs you to be level-headed. I got a buddy of mine, it's his 50th birthday today. I'm actually doing a Zoom birthday party with him today. And a couple of weeks ago, he lost it. He's a smart guy. But he like just got so sucked into all this stuff. I'm like, I had to call him out. I'm like, bro, pull your head out of your, you know what, and you need to be there for your family. I've talked to your wife. She's tripping out because you're tripping out. Your kids need you right now. So the world needs leadership. And it starts with you leading you. You deciding, like, I'm not saying don't be kept abreast, but you get 30 minutes of news a day. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. You get nothing more. In fact, I would even make that rule for yourself. Okay, if you want to be caught up on today's news, you get 30 minutes. But all it is recycling itself anyhow. So if you sat there for 3 hours, it's the same damn thing over and over again on a recycling basis. So why do you want to sit there and keep feeding your mind all that negativity and all that nastiness? That's not healthy for you. What is healthy for you is deciding that you're going to take advantage of, the fact that you have an opportunity to impact other people's lives, not to take advantage of people. Because it's funny, I've had people ask me, am I taking advantage of people by reaching out to them and talking to them about a business? I don't want to, I don't want to be the ambulance chaser. Get it. I don't want to be an ambulance chaser either. We're not, what are those attorneys that are chasing the ambulance? Here's my card, right? You got an accident. Here's my card, right? We have to do things in a classy and professional manner. We should, all of this stuff that I'm sharing with you now are things that we should be doing in a normal market situation. But I think that as network marketers, given the fact that we really are I have literally, and Tina heard me talk about this last night on my A team, I have like racked my brain left and right trying to think, like, what else is there? What else is there right now? Like, unless you've got some skill, like even my handyman, like I'm not a good handyman. I got soft hands. I don't do handyman. My handyman won't even come to my house right now. He's supposed to hang a light for me. And, he's not coming to my house to hang the light. So we have a responsibility. And I'm going to talk about how do you approach people given this scenario that we're facing right now. But I think the first thing you've really got to do is get real with yourself and go, what am I going to do here? Because like you can't control what's going on out there. The only thing that you can control is, keeping yourself safe, keeping yourself away from other people. This new term, social distancing, never heard of it before. It's a little weird. Adapt, not get in toilet paper fights, which is so ridiculous. Like, I mean, it's amazing. Like people fighting over toilet paper and just madness out there. You just can't allow yourself to get caught up in that. It's like, you need to take the higher road, the road less traveled. The road less traveled is like, everybody else is getting caught up in the drama and this, that, and the other. I mean, it's one thing if you could control it and do something about it, but what can you do about it? Here's what you can do. You can practice social distancing, which I think is important. You can be safe if you have to go out. You limit the amount of time that you're going out. I mean, I'm going out in the woods because there's nobody in the woods. Like I went for a 5.5 mile hike with my wife yesterday, breathing fresh, clean air. I think we still need to move. I kind of feel for people that live in New York because that's a tough place to be because everybody's literally stacked up on literally on top of one another. Hard to practice social distancing in New York City. But from the standpoint of your business, you have the ability right now to go out and make an impact. And like people are like, well, are they going to be open? Well, people don't have money. Look, people, yeah, sure. Some people are going to be in a situation where they're running out of money. I agree with that. But there are lots and lots of people, millions of people that have the funds to be able to start a business, have the work ethic to start a business. And I think there's no time like the present to do it. I had a girl, and 2.5 weeks ago, reached out to me. I have a training program that I produced a few years ago called Insider Secrets to Recruiting Professionals, where I teach people how to recruit up the socioeconomic chain. Many of you guys are familiar with that. And I teach you how to recruit realtors, insurance agents, mortgage professionals, commission salespeople, people that are already, responsible, a high level, the kind of people that you want in your business, like people that roll up their sleeves and get after it, right? And so this girl calls me up and she said, and she had purchased a program. She had gone through, so listen, I just finished going through the entire program. This is my first time ever implementing it. And she said, would it be okay with you if I kept you abreast of what I'm doing? I'm like, yeah, for sure. I'd love, yeah. Keep me abreast. And she's like, I'll just send you a text message if that's okay. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So she has been sending me text messages like every other day. And like, Todd reached out to 9, set up 6 appointments. I reached out to 12. I set 4 appointments. I reached out to 19 people. I said 11 appointments or whatever the numbers are. And she's like, oh my gosh, this works. I'm so excited. I'm thinking, yeah, I know it works. I don't put anything out there that I haven't proven to work, right? Like that's like stupid. Why would you ever teach something to somebody that doesn't work? Because, especially if you're selling a program on it, because all you're going to do is get refunds. Like I'm doing this and it doesn't work. You're lying to me. Like that just does not make any sense to me. I mean, that's like one of my favorite ways of recruiting that I've ever recruited in network marketing. And Wednesday last week, she sent me a text message with a question, which I couldn't answer via text because it was just too long. I couldn't type it with my finger. So I picked up the phone, called her. And I answered her question and she's like, oh my gosh, I got to tell you something. I'm like, what? She said, the last 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, and she's specifically in her case calling real estate professionals. That's like there's all these different types of professionals that I teach people to prospect when it comes to this specific way of cold market prospecting and business building. And she said the last 2 days, not only has virtually everybody that I've called said yes, but they've said yes in the most enthusiastic way I've ever heard. Not only is it, because she'll ask the question, look, I'm calling you. I was on your website with Coldwell Banker. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in the process of expanding my business into Scottsdale. I love working with real estate professionals. Do you at all keep your options open in terms of making money outside of what you're currently doing as a real estate professional? And they're saying, yes. Send me the information. Can you get it to me now? Like, she's like, I mean, I've never heard the most enthusiastic yeses in my entire life. Now, not everybody's going to say yes to that question, but let me tell you something. Until you flip a rock over, until you ask the question, you don't know what the answer is going to be. And I think for some of you that maybe in the past have either been shy or have not really fully pulled the trigger and turned on the hose full on, when you get out there in the marketplace right now, you're going to find people that are very, very highly responsive, like more responsive than perhaps they've ever been. And I'm having people reach out to me that are like looking for a network marketing opportunity. Like my friend David, who out of the blue reaches out to me and said, we're not selling houses. I'm stuck. I need to get back involved in network marketing. And so look, given what's going on, this is not the time, in my opinion, it's not the time to be shy. Now, how do we approach people, right? How do we approach people in a manner that's, cause like, here's the thing. I know that there, like, the only reason I know this, so you can't know what I'm about to share with you if you didn't do network marketing. Like, that's the one thing, like when we're talking about like learning from somebody who's done network marketing, like you wouldn't know had you not done it. Like one of like the mindset issues that some people have is like, oh, I just don't want to be perceived as using my friends to make money or making money off the backs of my friends, or, I don't want to, what if they aren't my friend anymore because I bring them a business? You know what I mean? Those are like thought processes that some network marketers have. And this is the time to be reaching out to people. Now, look, if I was in the middle of a regular, like, okay, let's say, I've known Tina for 5 years. She's my friend. And I haven't yet gotten to her about my business. And I wanted to reach out to her about it. In a normal market situation, I might, like, one style of approach might be, hey, Tina, Todd Falcone, what's up? How you doing? Good. What's going on? Listen, girl, I've only got a couple minutes, but Carla and I launched a business about 6 months ago that we're doing really, really well with, and I'd love to show you what I'm up to. If I sent you a video, would you spend some time today taking a look at it, and I'll get back to you. Listen, I got to go. Like there's that in a rush kind of approach may work really well in a normal market situation. I think now we need to take 1 or 2 steps back and slow it down a tad. So my conversation might be, Tina, Todd Falcone, what's up? How are you guys doing? What's happening in Scottsdale? Are people keeping their heads screwed on straight? Are you guys good? What's going on? You got toilet paper? I mean, if you need some, I got some, I'll send it to you. Whatever, right? I don't really have much hand sanitizer left, so I can't help you there. But having a conversation, like, let's say in this case, this made up example, Kelly and Tina, they both have jobs and they work at some place in Scottsdale. Now they're both like, hey, I don't even know if my company is going to be in business, and I know I can't go to work. So both of our income streams are cut off, which is a reality for a lot of people right now. Not everybody, but certainly a good amount of people. And I would have no point saying and segueing into, look, Tina, I would feel awful if I didn't tell you what Carla and I have been doing. For the last 6 months, we've been building a business that's entirely from home. I don't have to leave my house to make money. If I could show you something you could do 100% from the comfort of your home, is that something that you would be open to taking a look at? And I can guarantee you, if you start asking that question, you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Yeah, some people are going to say no, for sure. I'm not going to go out there. I'm not going to tell you 100% of the people are going to say yes to you. One more time. Julie's like, say it one more time. Listen, Tina, I would feel absolutely awful. I mean, look, I'll give you a couple different ways. Tina, Carla and I got to tell you something. I mean, given what you just told me, I have to tell you what we're doing. Carla and I, for the last 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, have been building a business that's entirely from home. We literally do not have to leave our house in order to earn income. If I could show you a way to make money without you leaving your house, is that something you might be open to taking a look at? And I mean, look, I could spin that invite in 50 different ways, but I think the messaging is 100% from home without you having to leave your house, being able to make money now without you having to leave your house would be kind of the words that I would use in that invite. And then you guys have great tools, get them in front of your tools. You know what to do at that point. And I'm going to give you some actionable items. I'm going to give you 4 things that I think you need to be doing now. And I think you need to be doing this regardless. Number 1 is, and this is not a goal, this is a rule. And I'll give you something right now that, in my opinion, when you do this, not if, because of course you guys are all going to do this, right? This isn't if, this is when. I guarantee you this will change your network marketing career forever when you do this. And this is not a goal. This is a rule. And the rule is this: never does a day pass without me doing X. And I'll tell you what X is. In other words, I don't go to bed until I do blank. So, like, for example, I got to tell you a funny story. So, for example, like, you guys, when you do me a favor, and actually, this is kind of funny. Turn your cameras on, because I need to see you guys for this exercise I'm going to have you do. Unless you're naked, I don't really need to see you naked. I actually literally did see somebody naked yesterday, straight up. I mean, you can't even make that stuff up. I mean, I was like, wow. Right there, all of you right there on the camera. You didn't even know your camera's on. Like, you were naked in front of the camera. And it was funny. I was like, hey, unless I don't want to see you naked. And then she was flat ass naked. So that was shock to the eyes, but thank you. I appreciate you guys. And look, everybody's like, well, I don't want to turn on my camera on. I haven't showered for 3 days. I'm wearing sweats. I mean, I get up in the morning. I'm like, which sweats am I going to wear today to the office? I have no idea. I lay out my outfits. I'm like, should I wear the gray sweats or the black sweats today? I have no idea. So, new outfits that we're wearing, right? Okay. I appreciate you guys. Keep your cameras on for me. So, number 1 is this. I want you to pick a daily minimum number that you can live up to without fail. And I'm talking about specific intentional business reach outs where you're reaching out to somebody and you're saying, hey, Stancil, hey, Catherine, hey, Deborah, listen, I'm calling you. And then you're asking the peak interest question. You're doing an actual invite. So this is the rule where I don't go to bed until I do X. And you need to pick the number based on the hours and the time that you have available to build your business, which quite frankly right now is all day long, right? For a lot of people. Now you guys might end up going back to work after this, and maybe you have less time because you're able to go back and earn an income in your job. And like a lot of people are part-time network marketers, but many of you are now full-time network marketers. Hey, welcome to full-time network marketing. You didn't think it was going to work out like that, but now you are, right? So might as well make the most use of that time. So the number has to be something that you can hit. So like I run this 18 program, this 12-week accountability program that we just wrapped up. Tina was in it. We just wrapped it up last night. We're actually starting another one on the 14th. And one of the things I have people do in one of the first weeks is pick a number. And I had this guy, he goes 50. And I was like, wait, 50? So you're going to tell me never does a day pass. You don't go to bed any single day without you doing 50 intentional business reach outs? I'm pretty good at this business and I hustle, but I can't tell you that 50 every single day is a number that I've ever been able to hit. That's a big number. You need to hit a number that whatever that number is, like, okay, so if you're working 4 hours a day in your business, what is that number? You could do, how many reach outs could you do per hour? I mean, if you're really focused, I could probably do 20 reach outs per hour, 20, 40, 60, 80, but I'm not even saying that you pick, like, even though you're able to do it, it's a number that gives you success every day, right? So is it 5? Is it 10? I don't care what the number is for you. The number shouldn't be 1 because that's too low. It shouldn't be 50 because you might hit it some days, but most days you probably won't. But I think it needs to be a number that forces you to stretch. That way you have a daily victory every day. And let me just take a random number, 10. What if every single day you didn't go to bed until you reached out to 10 people specifically to do an invite about this business? Where would your business be 365 days from now? It would be impossible. I don't even care how much you suck at network marketing. It would be impossible for you to not win. You could be a total novice at this, brand new. And if you did 10 invites a day, you would absolutely win. So, because here's the deal, it's the more times we're asking the question, the more times we're flipping rocks over, the more times we're putting somebody in front of the tools that you guys have, the more exposure that you have, the more results that you're going to have. Obviously, the more skillful you are, the more smooth you are, the more you work on your communication skills, the more relatable that you become through training and understanding this business. And the good news I can tell you right now is everything that we do in network marketing is learnable. I don't care if you started yesterday or last week and you're brand new to this and you're nervous and you're scared. I get it. I was there. But everybody here can learn to be better at this business. Look, I have a 4-inch vertical leap, so I can't play hoop. Like literally, if I can touch the net, I'm lucky. God didn't gift me with the ability to sing very well. I'll sing for you and you can tell me how pathetic it is. It's bad. I won't even, it's not something I'm even going to attempt right now. Fa la 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 la. There you go. That's all you get. Right. So, but I can tell you from experience and having worked with thousands of people over the years, all the things that we do in network marketing, learning how to engage people in conversation, learning how to do an effective invite, how we do things on follow-up, addressing people's questions, taking people through processes for them to take a look at the business, the product, all of those things, those activities that we do are all learnable. So you can absolutely improve your skill sets in all of these core areas. There's nothing that's like, oh, this person, this particular skill can't be learned by this person. Everything that we do in network marketing is an area where you can improve. There's not a human being on the planet that has the inability to improve in these different areas. So number one, and I think this is really important, it has to be a rule. It has to be a law. Like you would not leave your house and go run around the neighborhood naked. I mean, You might, but you're going to end up in jail. Kelly's looking at Tina. He's like, I would. I mean, look, I love being naked. And if I could run around the planet naked, I would, but I don't really, jail has never felt good to me. I've never been arrested. The only handcuffs I've ever had on my wife put on me. I'll leave it at that. It was for my birthday one time. Got these little furry handcuffs. It was like a little extra spice. That was kind of fun. Little TMI there. Sorry. But the reason we don't leave our house naked is because there's a law called indecent exposure. And so I think we have to create laws for ourselves in this business. And your law is, I don't ever go to bed until I've done X. And it's got to be a number that forces you to stretch, but allows you to reach it every single day. And I can tell you, if any of you actually commit to this and you make that your law, you come back and you talk to me 365 days from now, your check's going to have skyrocketed. It will be impossible for it to not have skyrocketed. Number two, and this is why I asked you to turn your phones on. The other thing, and I some of you were exposed to this. I may have mentioned this at a previous training I did for you guys a few months ago, but I think those of you that missed it, you need to hear this. So one of the, early 2019, I was on a radio show that I was invited to participate in. These guys wanted to talk to somebody who had extensive experience in network marketing, and they vetted me and they found me and they're like, okay, this is the guy. And so I was on this show, and they were asking me about my career, and like I haven't had like an implosion year. Like year in, year out, I've had very good, solid, consistent earnings. I haven't had this roller coaster ride like some people have. And the guy asked me, he said, what's the one reason you have not had an implosion? That was the exact question. What's the one reason? I said, well, it's not one reason, it's two. Number one is I never let a day pass without doing some type of revenue producing activity. Never. When I get up every day, now in my speaking business, and even as a network marketer, every day I'm going out, who can I recruit? What new customer can I put in every single day? What else is there? Oh, well, Todd, I got to work with my team. So what? So do I. Everybody does. But you always need to reserve time for yourself. How many of you, by a show of hands, are married? Let me see your hands. Turn your cameras back on. I'm half of you guys, I don't even see your cameras. Let's see them. Turn them on. I need your cameras on for this exercise, unless you're naked. Turn them on. Let's see it. Let's go. Come on. This is a requirement for this exercise. I need the cameras on. Come on. I'm going to give you like 15 seconds. I don't care what's in your background. It doesn't matter to me. We're at home. You're cool. Come on now. Get them cameras on. Like, I don't look good. I didn't do my hair today. I haven't showered. I didn't shower today. I did my hair. I don't have any, but I did it. I did the one hair, right? Okay. So when I answered this question, the guy said, well, why haven't you had an implosion? Number one, revenue producing activities. Number two, I am a relationship builder. I reach out to people when they least expect it. I reach out to people just to say, hey, just to say what's up, just to say how you doing, not, oh, by the way, I've got this business for you. And for those of you that were kind enough to turn your cameras on, show me your phones real quick. Show me your phones. Pull out your phone unless you're on it, okay? Powerful exercise real quick. This is something I do all the time. Open up your address book while we're here right now. Go into your address book into your telephone. You know where it is. Find it. Go to the letter A. Start at the beginning of the alphabet. You know where that is. It's right at the beginning of the alphabet. It's easy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, find the very first person where it's been, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6 months that you've had any conversation with that person. Any conversation. How many of you looked at that first name in the address book and it was the very first person you haven't talked to him in 6 months? Tina, what? Like 5, 6, like a bunch of you guys. Okay, now open up a text message to that person. Now, do it now. This is not, don't fake text message. Like, don't entertain me like with a fake text message. Here's what you're going to say to that person. Sydney, Todd Falcone, what's up? How's it going? It's been way too long. We need to catch up. Hope you and the family are doing great. In your own words. Curry, dude, bro, I haven't talked to you in ages. What up, bro? How's it? Like, if I was like, however you talk, if you don't say, dude, what up, bro, I don't care. Just talk the way you talk. Just the intention of this exercise is to do a reconnect or a re-engagement, and then press send. Now, one of three things is going to happen. One, your phone's going to ring. Good job, Curry. I appreciate you showing me your phone. Set the text message already. It only takes a couple seconds. Tina, good job. Kelly, great job. Everybody, good, good, good. One of three things is going to happen. One, your phone's going to ring right now because they're going to be so shocked to hear from you. They're going to be wanting to talk to you. Do not answer the phone in the middle of this Zoom, please. Press the red button. Send them a quick text back, and then you can call them back later. Two, they're going to send you a text back that's going to say, OMG, holy smoke, so great to hear from you. It's been way too long. You're right. Yes, we do need to catch up. So I'm so happy to hear from you. So glad you reached out. C, or three, they're going to text you back and they're going to say, who is this? Because they don't have you saved in their phone. They don't know who the hell you are. Look, you already got a text back. Is that, so Stancil already got a response? Give me a thumbs up if you already got a response. Anybody get a response yet? Like immediate response? Look at that. So you're already getting responses now. What's the purpose of this? This is the purpose is to check in. What's up? How are you doing? What's going on? This is something I do all the time. I go through contacts on my phone and I stay connected because relationships are like plants. Plants need to be watered and fertilized. If the only time you reach out to somebody is when you want something, you're not going to get it. If the only time you call somebody is when you want to pitch them your deal, they're not going to respond favorably to you. And because I have made a concerted effort to stay connected with people, even if I've never done or will do, or, you know, who knows if I'll ever do business with them, the fact that I've stayed in contact with people from high school, from Long Beach, from Scottsdale, from Monterey, California, from these different places I've lived. If I reached out and I said, hey, Sherry, Todd Falcone, she's like, hey, what's up? Sherry and I went to high school together. We've known each other for years. Haven't seen each other in 20 years. But we've stayed in contact. And I said, Sherry, I've got something I'm doing that my wife and I are doing that we're pretty excited about. I'd love to show you what I'm up to. If I sent you a video, would you go take a peek at it? She's going to be receptive to the message. You got to be relationship focused, not transactionally focused. Not let me go call the person when I can go get the business. And now here's the thing. How many of you have somebody in your phone and you don't even know who the hell they are? Like Dave. Look at all the hands going up. Okay. Why? It just says Dave and a phone number. And you're like, I don't know who Dave is. You know, I have nobody in my phone where it's just a name, because here's something I've done for years. Every time I add a new contact to my phone, I put in notes on that person. Your phone has the ability to have notes, where we met, how we met, who referred you to me, what we talked about, what your favorite color is, what's your, where you bought your knife buckle, where you whatever, like what you're into, who your favorite band is, what's your whatever, like things that I would want to remember so that if we were to have space between contacts, I'm like, oh, that's who that person is. And this is something that separates you from other people in such a dramatic way, you guys, and I'll tell you one thing that's like super important. I think this is one of the most important things you can do is when you discover and you find out what somebody's really into. Like if you find out what somebody's really into, you know what I'm talking about. You're having a chat with somebody and then you hit that hot subject and then you guys just, oh my gosh, oh, that's my favorite thing. Like if you follow me around on Facebook for like a week, you figure out I like the trees. I like to be skiing. I like to be mountain biking. I like to be out fishing. I like to be in the outdoors. I mean, you can just look at my Facebook profile and figure that out. So what if you knew I was a hardcore snow skier? And then you're out, on the internet one day and you see some video of some dude skiing some crazy line. You copy and paste it and you send it to me. And it's 2 minutes of entertainment for me, but it makes me go, oh yeah, Tina knows me. Tina knows me. And that builds some of the most powerful relationship capital when people perceive you as somebody who truly cares and who actually knows that human being. So the likelihood of them responding favorably to you in the future, if you bring a business to them, is going to be entirely different than if you're a person that never stays in contact. That's been one of my most effective habits that has led me to long-term success in business. So that's number 2, is doing daily re-engagements or reconnects, so that your water, like I would look at every contact in your phone as a different plant, and each plant needs to be watered. And so you're rotating around and reconnecting. And by the way, right now, don't you think with all this isolation, people need to hear from you? People need to hear from you. Number 3, there's a book that Brian Tracy wrote called Eat That Frog. Anybody have that book, Eat That Frog? Somebody is. She's running to get it. She's like, I got that book. Tuesday's going there. There it is. Tuesday's got the book right there in front of you. So essentially the gist of that book is take the biggest, hardest thing and get it done first thing in the morning, right? For when you wake up, for hardest task, get it done. What's the hardest task for a lot of network marketers? That one prospect that they've been avoiding, that hard one, that person that you think is so successful and you've been afraid to reach out to them. You get that. If you reach out to that person first thing in the morning, the rest of your day is going to be a cakewalk. I'd say you get up in the morning and you look at the hardest task and you get your hardest task done first thing in the morning. And number 4, and that more important than ever now, you need to spend time in a good book. You need to spend time on a good video and a great audio, something that's growing your skills, something that's sharpening your saw. Doesn't need to be my book. I mean, I've got a book. It's fine. There you go. Expert Secrets. Oh my God. How to Win in the Game of Prospecting on CD. Wow. Look at that one. You realize, Tina, that was the very first training that I ever created. And that I wouldn't change I wouldn't change a thing about that training. Like 15 years later. I had hair back in there.
Hair on that one.
Look at that. Look at the hair I had on my head back then.
Still one of our favorites.
And that cheesy ass pose. Oh my God, I would never do that pose ever again. If I could do that all over again, I was like, not there. And a little black book of scripts right there. Tina's got that. So this is something you should be doing anyhow. You got to be committing to sharpening your saw every single day. Brian Tracy, or not Brian Tracy. Oh my gosh. In the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is actually a really, really good book if you haven't read it. He tells a story about this guy who's walking through the woods, social distancing. And he's in there and he finds this lumberjack, and this lumberjack is like trying to saw this tree down. And he's like sweating and he's exhausted and he's trying to saw this tree down. And he's like, looks at the guy and he's looking at the saw and you can see that the saw has no teeth on it. And he's like, he comes up, excuse me, Mr. Lumberjack. He's like, I can't help but notice like there's no teeth on your saw. And he's not making any progress in cutting down the tree. And the lumberjack looks at him and he says, oh, I'm too busy sawing to sharpen my saw. You can't be too busy sawing to sharpen your saw, you guys. You need to be spending time every single day growing your skill sets, sharpening your saw, because the sharper your knife is, the sharper your saw is, the better result that you're going to get in the marketplace. So I think it's crucial. You're doing things that are impacting your mindset, your outlook, as well as, your skill sets and your abilities. Now, you guys have got such amazing things going on with your company right now. You had the recent merger, which really kind of creates an incredibly new dynamic. I think if I was in with you guys, I'd be very, very excited about that new change. You guys are bringing products to the marketplace that help people get healthy. And there's no question right now, people are thinking about their health, right? They're thinking about, in fact, the fact that it's customized and they can have the exact stuff that they need for their body. I think that's even more important now than ever, right? So you not only do you have a business opportunity that you can be out there bringing to people to help, shift their financial future, the direction of their finances, but you have the ability, and we have to do it classy. You can't be out there saying, hey, get on our products and you're not going to get coronavirus. That would, not a good sign. You don't want to do it classy, right? So, and I've seen some network marketers kind of try to play that game. So those four actionable items are really, really important. I can hang for a couple questions, but before I go, I want to share with you something. Tina just actually wrapped up our last week. Tina Butler just wrapped up our last week in my A-Team, my 12-week accountability program. I've been doing this thing since 2008. We run it once a quarter. Next one starts April 14th. And I'll give you the quick skinny on that. What that is it's basically like hiring a personal fitness trainer, but for your business, okay? You ever work out with a trainer? You know you do more with the trainer than without the trainer. If you're ever in a fitness class, yoga, spin, kickboxing, Zumba, whatever that is, you know that you're not going to lay on your back in the middle of the Zumba class when all the other people are Zumbaing. I don't even know what that is, but I think it's some kind of dance, right? I'm in yoga class and everybody's, triangle pose. And I'm not going to lay down in the middle of triangle pose, even though I'm shaking and shimmering and my whole body says lay down. The social pressure of that group dynamic forces you to do more along with somebody leading the class. That's essentially what A-Team is for your business. So I made a decision last Wednesday, and Tina knows this because she's been through a couple of them. So when we launched A-Team in 2008, it was $500 for the 12 weeks. I opened up registrations. We've played with some different price points, but last Wednesday I made an executive call and called my team together. And I said, cut the price to $99. I've never done a team for $99. I will probably never do it again for $99, but there are so many people that need to have their head in the game that I made the call. I'm like, change the price, change the shopping cart, change it to $99. I had to refund a bunch of people, including Tina. Tina had already done, she just finished one and she had already registered for the next one. And so I had to refund her the difference. So we refunded a bunch of people. But my focus is keeping as many people's head in the game over these coming months so that you don't get sucked into the darkness. And I'll keep you focused. I'll keep you productive. I'll help you learn some amazing stuff. And this is another thing we decided to throw in. See this right here? This is called Cracking the Code to Success in Network Marketing. This is the most comprehensive A to Z, how to succeed in network marketing audio training that I've ever produced. This is like my 30 years in a box, which is kind of weird, 30 years in a box. I'm going to give you instant digital access to this entire audio training program if you decide that you run with A Team with us. You'll get access to it immediately within probably 15 minutes of you going in there and reserving your spot in A Team. That sells on my site for $497. So not only are you getting like the lowest price ever on A Team, you're getting Cracking the Code to Success. Why am I doing that? I mean, I could have just dropped the price to $99. Here's why I'm doing it. We don't start till April 14th. And you need your head in something good. You don't need your head in garbage. You don't need your head in the news. And the reason I'm also, and the other thing is it's all audio. And so instead of you getting stuck looking at your computer screen like we do all the time, and then some distraction comes your way and pulls you off into something else, you can be doing whatever you're doing. You're jumping jacks, you're stretching, you're cleaning up the house, you're walking around the house, and you could be listening to me teaching you how to be a better network marketer rather than having your face and your eyes on something. We already have too much screen time as it is, but we don't have enough ear time. So you just can hear and you can listen to what I mean, you're literally getting my 30 years of network marketing in that one training course. So you can see the details. I typed it in the comments section. It's toddfalcone.com/team, TEAM. And Tina.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah. I'm done anyhow. It's just